Warning: to avoid fire, shock, or death, turn off power at the circuit breaker or fuse and test that the power is off before wiring. Run your 18-gauge wire or Cat6 cable and terminate the wires with a 5-pin Phoenix connector. As you can see, the wire connections are labeled on the back of the digital switch. Firmly connect your 5-pin Phoenix connector to the back of the switch. The wire positions on the back of the switch are on, off, +24, pilot, common. The wires are not color-coded, so you want to note the wire positions before landing the wires in the integrated room controller. You can take a picture of the wires with your smartphone for future reference. After you have noted the wire positions, mount the switch. If the switch has already been mounted, you may need to unmount the switch to identify the wire positions. Run your 18-gauge wire or Cat6 cable through the conduit connector feeding the integrated room controller. Strip the ends of your wires to 3/8 of an inch. Land your pilot LED wire onto the connector labeled Pilot LED. Press the locking mechanism to secure the connection. Land your +24-volt DC wire onto the connector labeled +24. Press the locking mechanism to secure the connection. Land your off button wire onto the connector labeled Off Button Input. Press the locking mechanism to secure the connection. Land your on button wire onto the connector labeled On Button Input. Press the locking mechanism to secure the connection. Land your common wire onto the connector labeled Common. Note: you can land the common wire on any terminal labeled Common. If you have multiple devices that have to share a common, you can land multiple common wires onto a single common wire landing point. To do so, locate your common wires. Create a jumper wire using a cable matching your wire runs. Join the wires. Land the jumper wire onto one of the connection points labeled Common. Once again, you can land the common wire on any terminal labeled Common. Press the locking mechanism to secure the connection. Your Leviton 4-button IRC digital switch is now wired and ready for use. To learn more about Leviton Integrated Room Controls, please visit leviton.com/IRC.